YouTube subscribers. We're well on our way to stardom.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, it's a fucking travesty that everybody we know is not a subscriber.
I know.
Like, if you care about me at all,
yeah,
why are you not subscribing?
Yeah, especially people that know that we're doing this. Like, oh, you guys are doing that? That's cool.
Yeah, like Mike, he
doesn't.
Be
cooler is if you just followed us.
Mike doesn't listen to podcasts, but he's subscribed. Like, he's subscribed.
It's a fucking good friend is what that is.
It's like, I can't listen to your voice for another day while I'm not here. I was like, I get it.
Yeah. You don't have to listen. Just subscribe.
Yeah, right?
That's contributing to the cause, man.
Actually, I would also prefer you listen to. Just hit it on Spotify on 4 times speed and walk away. Turn the volume down 4 times speed, walk away.
Not hurting anybody.
Nope. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
I would support your business. I guess this isn't a business. It's a hobby. I would support your hobby if you had one.
Yeah, if it makes you happy.
Yeah. People are selfish.
Super selfish. Start thinking about us.
Exactly.
Fucking assholes.
So, you ready? You ready?
Get them all out.
Get it all out.
Get them all out.
Dude, I took the air compressor to my truck this morning and blew everything.
You got towels on the back of your truck too, by the way. Did you know that they're there still?
No, I do now. Those are my gym towels. Yep. Those are the sauna towels that I stole from Mountainside that I use at EOS because I want to charge you $10 a month to do it. Ours Mountainside.
You're incriminating yourself.
I borrowed from Mountainside. I have a membership there. I'll bring it back when I need it cleaned.
You pay for it in a roundabout way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Are you ready? Ready to rock?
Ready. I almost swore. I'm ready.
I, too, am ready.
Let's do it.
What was that Hot Rod movie?
Yeah.
Like, I like to party.
No.
No.
You definitely don't party.
I'm the only one that likes to party.
Who's ready to party?
That movie was so stupid, but at the same time, so funny.
Yeah.
Like, really stupid.
Instant classic. In a stupid way.
But I'm all about it. I like the stupidity.
How you feeling today, dude? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
John, you're a little out of focus.
Oh, God damn it. So what you
ready to hold the button?
Hold the button. Adam, hold the button.
You push it deep enough to push, but not click. It's the no. The one in the very front with the Y, the W, and the T. Yep.
Push it all the way down again. Just give it a click. Good. All right. Yeah.
Am I good?
You haven't moved, so you should be good. Okay. It's the manual focus now. There's no continuous autofocus.
Okay.
Bound to happen.
Well, the camera wasn't doing the whole ear.
I don't like the ear.
I don't either.
That was fucking bad on yours that one time.
Super bad.
So are we starting over again, right?
Super bad.
Solid movie. I was thinking about that the other day. Thinking about the what was the girl's name with the warlock? With the warlocks? I gotta get a peek at those warlocks.
Oh.
For some reason I just was in the gym on the treadmill thinking about
they were hurting her back. She had to get a reduction.
That's what
it's like a slapping God in the face.
That's what I was thinking about. I saw this girl in the gym, like she was a bigger girl, but at the same time, gigantic rack. And I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
I was like, she could probably do with a breast reduction.
Yeah.
Like, but that's like spitting in the face of God.
Poor girl.
It's like her back was hurting. And then it made me think of Seth in the show. I was like, I gotta get a look at these warlocks, and he chases her down the fucking street.
He's all peeking around the building.
I'm fucking willing to run after a girl down the block just to get a look at her tits.
Yeah.
Fully clothed, mind you. Nothing says fucking teenage boy better than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, just feeling kind of blah this morning.
A little blah.
But I mean, let's get into it, and my spirits will pick up, I'm sure.
22.
22.
Joe, yeah.
Joe 22, man.
22.
Let's fucking do it. God damn it, I cussed. Twice. Shit.
3 times. All right, welcome back.
Hello, everybody. Fireside, show 22.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
What do you got today? I got some funny videos. I want to start off with something pretty funny.
Show me something funny. I need to laugh.
So
I'm in a down.
These will go by real quick. I'll hit these real quick. So first of all, we haven't done a slow-mo face slam in a while.
I've just gone instead of slow-mo face slams just to
just
people
get
getting
wrecked.
fucked up.
People getting wrecked.
Yeah.
So on my reaction video, the very first one was a slow-mo face slam.
Shlomo. Is this Michael Jackson's lawyer?
I've watched this. Shlomo.
Shlomo.
I watched this a few times. It almost looks fake, but the reactions at the end of the video make me feel like this could very well be real.
Okay. Roll the clip. Do we need full sound? I want full
You
sound.
can have sound.
808.
Kids laying down the bunt. Oh, no.
Nope.
Oh!
If you watch the ball, like it almost.
Damn! I mean, the kid was stealing third, too. But holy
what, like
shit.
the coaches come in, like everybody comes in, like I mean, he blasted as a little leaguer,
Oh
passes on the pitch,
God.
catcher grabs the ball, rifles it to
Fuck
third,
your face.
but the kid's face is in the ball path. Bip.
Oh! If
I
that
think
was
it's
my-
real.
I do too. And
I
if
think
that was
it's
my
real.
kid, oh.
Yeah, so the comments were full of like, two dads were fighting after that.
I was
throw.
going to say, I might go and throw a punch at that kid.
Yeah, I think the stands are clearing after
And
that.
I wouldn't want to fight a kid, but that would be my instinct. I would run up
You
there and I'd grab him
just
by
give
the
him a hard
shirt
shove.
and throw
Yeah.
him.
So anyway, that was the slow-mo face slam of this week
Damn
that I
it.
have. Yeah,
How do you top that one?
I don't know.
Well, let's try.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely try.
By
Another
the way,
one-
for those of you listening, I don't know what to tell you other than go to YouTube and
Yeah.
follow along with
quickly
what we're
because
watching
our
here.
shit gets taken down very quick. Remember when you were talking about there was some lizard and you were talking about the water ones? We talked about this a bunch of episodes ago. And
Oh,
you
the
said
iguana.
the theme for possibly the idea for Godzilla,
Godzilla
was
was-
from this thing because this
yeah.
thing is just
It looked
man,
exactly like Godzilla.
If you click on that last one, Adam, have you ever seen? Oh, so you've seen a Komodo dragon.
Yeah.
You've seen how big they get.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen one eat a baby goat?
Yeah. Oh, not a goat, a baby deer.
Well, maybe it was a baby deer.
Yeah.
I thought it was a goat. This
might be.
This is the video of it swallowing it whole.
Jesus, let's see it. Oh, is it alive?
Oh yeah, it's alive.
Oh,
Bite, swallow. I mean that's a baby deer or a baby goat, and that thing is big enough to swallow that thing whole.
have you ever seen those birds? I don't know what kind of birds they are, but they swallow shit whole, and it's like, how did that even fit inside that?
Yeah,
bird?
how do you move afterwards?
Yeah.
But like that thing, that's it. The last swallow, and no big deal. Like how big is that lizard?
You have to imagine right now that goat's still alive.
Oh, at least for a second.
There's
seconds?
no way he killed it. Like, it's alive
I'm
in
wondering
his
if that
gut.
first bite on the neck got him, but he bites the neck and then
Well, the thing with the bite on the neck is it doesn't kill you. It disables you, right?
Yeah.
You're alive.
yeah.
And now you're like, God damn it, I'm in this fucking stomach.
I
of
mean,
this
does it have
stupid fucking
stomach
lizard.
acid like we do, just churning away, or does it just
Yeah, but
rot
it
in the
doesn't kill
kidney, or-
you. It doesn't kill you
No,
immediately.
it wouldn't be instant. But I'm just saying, like, isn't that nuts, dude?
Dude.
How big is that lizard?
Big enough to eat. How big's a baby goat? Son of a bitch. Dude, that makes, like, it triggers my gag.
Yeah. So anyway, I had that, and then I guess while we're going over eating stuff, there was a post. I didn't know if it was real or not.
It's
so
not real.
It's not real.
I already feel like I know what you're going to say because I had to dig into
the
it. too.
Lizzo thing.
Yes, it's not real. I thought too, I was like,
So-
no fucking way are they doing this?
I didn't either. So there was a post saying that McDonald's had the Lizzo meal, and then there was guys trying to tackle it. So they have the Travis Scott meal, and so I was
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe they do have a Lizzo meal. So the Lizzo meal was posted as being, for anybody who doesn't know who Lizzo is, she's a heavier
It's like a bucket of
singer.
McNuggets.
Yeah, so it's 10 burgers, 95 nuggets, and 6 Diet Cokes. And they were saying allegedly like that's her signature meal. Clearly not real.
Or, I mean, McDonald's might not be making this, but maybe somebody caught Lizzo and they're like, saw her ordering that. They're like,
Damn! Yeah.
start typing away.
So anyway,
Speaking
she's a full-figured woman, all about body positivity.
Sure. Yep.
So the meal obviously fake. It was somebody
Did you see the South Park thing?
I have that link next. That's what I'm getting to.
Fantastic.
So obviously it was meant to body shame her. She's a heavier singer. But then South Park made a video, and this is the South Park clip.
What was the name of the show again? It's like, I can't remember the name of the new show.
I believe it was The End of Obesity.
The End of Obesity. That's
Okay.
it.
Oh, is that what the clip is from?
Yes.
I just have her reaction. So she's watching the
She's
South
watching.
Park video of making fun of her, and it's her reaction.
Because
to it.
somebody told her that, hey, you're on South Park.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Yeah.
So she's like, God damn it, I'm that person.
And
now.
just to preface this for anybody who's not watching, in the episode, there's a weight loss drug called Lizzo. And so she gets to see this
Well, you'll
firsthand.
get the gist of it by listening to it.
Yeah.
Turn the sound on, Adam. Full blast in your ear
My
hole.
worst fear has been actualized. I've been referenced in a South Park episode. I'm so scared. I'm gonna blind.
I mean, I think the one good thing you can say about South Park is they attack everybody pretty equally.
I love that it went from like taking Lizzo to, not caring about what you ate to all of a sudden they throw it in there a couple of times.
It's not giving a fuck.
No, stop listening to Lizzo. They throw that in there a couple of times.
Yeah. If you experience
man.
thoughts of suicide, stop listening to Lizzo.
I just don't give a shit.
Yeah. So I thought those were.
Whoa, it's Lizzo.
So yeah, I saw those. I thought those were pretty funny.
That was
I thought
amazing.
Kick the show off with a bang. So
Mike sent that to me the other day. We were coming back from church. The family went into QT to get something. I pulled that up. I was fucking dying. I was like, damn it, you gotta see this.
my wife loves like 2 or 3 Lizzo songs. Like she has them on all the time.
Yeah, Tammy likes some of them too, but Tammy does not want to look like Lizzo.
No.
Nobody does.
Yeah. Well, if you do, now you cannot not give a shit.
I don't know. I go back and forth in that. Like, if you want to be that size, go ahead and be that size, but just accept that you're probably going to live to 54.
Sure.
You're going to have diabetes. You're going to have cholesterol. You're going to have all the things.
Yeah.
You know it, and your clothes aren't going to fit right, and people aren't going to be as attracted to you. That's some shit you got to live with.
I think it comes back to the whole thing. Like, if you're going to have esteem of yourself, if you're going to have body positivity
Is that what self-esteem
for how you look. Well, I'm just saying, like,
I like the way you broke down self-esteem.
well, I'm saying the reason I say that is because, like, that's great if that's how you want to feel. You're happy with yourself and you're good. But to say that like that's body positivity and we should promote that, like I don't necessarily think that should be a promotion of something you should aspire to be. If that's how you are and you're happy, then hey man, good for you. That's your esteem of yourself. But
this is what happened with body positivity. Everybody was seeing all the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models, all the Victoria's
and they were all
Secrets.
airbrushed, and they were,
and then all girls wanted to look like that. And like, hey, maybe you can't, but hey, you're pretty hot right now. You should be happy with how you look,
right?
Not go and gain 200 more pounds.
Yeah, I think the goal was to keep people from having eating disorders, for having body dysmorphia, unrealistic expectations. It just, like all things, went to an extreme.
There's so many girls that are smoking hot and they have no idea, and they just think, oh, I don't look like so and so.
Yeah. We were just talking about yesterday. I was talking with one of the guys at work, and there was a girl that we went to high school with that was smoke show, beautiful girl, athletic, played soccer, but she thought her legs were too big and too muscular, and she ended up developing an eating disorder and actually died. But
oh no shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was while we were in high school or shortly after, but dude, she was beautiful.
See, that girl needed to get the body positivity message. That's what it was.
Lizzo was a couple generations late.
That's what the shit was meant for. People like that.
Yeah.
God damn it. I was telling Tammy about these 2 girls I went to high school with. I did go to high school with them, but I remember like 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, even freshman, sophomore, like they were the it girl. They were smoking hot.
Yeah.
And I saw them probably 15 years
Train
after
wrecks.
high school. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Adam's like, yes.
Fucking meth got you girls good, didn't it? Like a lot of fucking dick sucked later, a lot of drugs.
A couple teeth missing.
You've been run through.
Yeah.
Man, like
that's sad.
Whoever got you, not for them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, for them.
Like I didn't.
That's sad for me. I know it's not sad for me. It's sad for them. Let's see. What else did I have? Oh, random trivia. You may have seen this because we end up seeing a lot
I love
of
trivia.
Shit on the same feed.
Run it.
Original Nintendo.
Yes.
One of the first games out was
The NES, Nintendo Entertainment System.
Duck Hunt.
Correct.
Did you know, per Duck Hunt's Wikipedia, there was 3 game modes. So there was a game A, game B, and there was a game C that had clay pigeons shooting. Okay. Did you know that per their Wikipedia, Duck Hunt game version A, if you were a controller using the gamepad, you could control the flight path of the ducks?
No.
So it was meant to be a 2-player deal where one person had the gun and the other person could control the flight path of the ducks. Who fucking knew that?
Maybe if we read the instruction manual.
Yeah, we didn't ever read those. We didn't ever read those for anything.
Yeah, ready, aim, fire.
But yeah, I mean, on their Wikipedia, it says flat out, like, there was a game mode where you could use the game.
I feel like
so
I
Duck
missed
Hunt
out.
was a 2-player game. Who knew? Who knew?
God.
Anyway, I saw that and I was like, holy shit, how did we not know that?
Thanks a lot, Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Way to drop that on me 40 years later.
Yeah, a little late, but I saw that.
Dude, that would have been
I wonder if
badass.
Johnny knew that. Yeah.
Dude, that was so long ago.
Very
Remember
long
the first when Nintendo came out?
85?
Maybe, yeah,
84,
something like
85?
that.
Yeah.
Remember the robot thing that came out with it? The Nintendo?
I just remember the Power Glove.
The Power Glove was legit. I had the Power Glove.
And the track and field.
But there was
gamepad.
a stupid robot, and I have no idea what the robot did because I couldn't afford it.
It's just a buddy that watched you play.
I don't know. Like, there's a Power Glove,
Yeah.
which is legit. Oh, look at the dude in the Mullen Oakley blades. That is what the fuck I'm talking
Is that
about.
Bosworth?
Dude, it looks
Is that
like
Brian
it.
Bosworth?
It's odd that look is now popular again.
I know. With the same glasses, the same.
The look from 1987
It's
is
very
back.
big in the baseball community.
And the douchebag community.
In that. Yeah.
That's the robot. Like, what the fuck
What
did
did
that
he
thing
do?
do? He didn't do anything. He just
All
looked
right.
at you like a dumbass. Like, really? What does
You
that
can
do?
buy them now for $2,500
What?
or $650. The memorabilia.
Or? The whole system?
I don't know.
That's the deluxe set.
That's weird.
Yeah, like I remember he had those like little spinning plates. I'm like, I don't know if that's something I need.
The ROB toy robot. All right. Well,
ROB? Rob? Roby?
yeah. Sure.
ROBE?
Robot. Rob. Anyway.
Fuck them.
Anyway.
Things are so much better now.
Yeah. You guys any plans for summer?
Summer? This usual. We're gonna go to San Diego 4th of July week.
You guys do amusement park rides? Like, are your kids into like roller coasters and stuff?
They are. I am not.
Oh,
I hate them.
because of
I don't like intentionally being scared.
yeah.
I don't like haunted houses. I don't like roller coasters. Anything where I have to be on edge on purpose.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. What is that about?
I used to love roller coasters and stuff like that, and then like I think my senior year, I reached a height that no longer do I fit
A physical height?
comfortably in
Okay.
any seat that has a lap bar, a lap belt,
Yeah.
shoulder harnesses, and then you throw into like sudden jamming forward and back or going upside down, and it's really a shitty feeling.
How do you feel about the ones that like go over you? Like over the top?
We did one of those when you're in Six Flags, and those don't bother me. But again, like the seat to where that shoulder harness, the top of it
Yeah.
meets, is like you got to be hunched down, and it's not super comfortable.
I'm average height. I don't have those problems.
Yeah, you're lucky. I got a video.
Don't show me somebody flying off a fucking
no.
roller coaster.
So two of them. One, there's a dude that gets hit by a carnival ride.
Oh,
It's one of those you sit in, and it's like a pendulum type swinging deal, but you sit in and it kind of rotates too. But sometimes it goes upside down. There's a guy sitting watching.
yeah.
Play this video,
Is it
Adam.
like the ones that swing up high?
Yeah.
Does it hit him on the downstroke?
So on one of them,
Oh no.
so see the dude sitting right there in the middle by the gate.
Yep.
So you got this thing swinging up
The
and
operator
down
by the gate?
in the middle by the gate. So I don't know if he has a dog with him or a stray dog runs by, but it runs under the platform.
A
He go-
dog?
Yeah, he goes out to get it, and this thing
Oh no.
fucking
Oh, no.
blasts him and pinches him underneath it. Watch him get drugged.
No!
Yeah. I think he got smeared across the bottom of that. I don't know if he lived or not.
I secretly wanted to see.
Disclaimer, I don't know if he lived.
R.I.P. dude.
Yeah.
I secretly wanted to see like a daytime shot, the same pendulum one, but he was out here and on the
Get
downstroke.
knocked away.
boom.
Yeah. Fly. Yeah. We could probably. Have you seen all the UFC and NBA edits where like somebody gets hit and they
Yes.
fly into something else? Like we could do something with that guy if he went the other direction.
With if you and those daylight light, that's gonna be hard.
God.
Oh my God. The
Why would you-
dog might
why
be
would you
dead
do
too.
that?
I don't know. Save your dog. Was his dog or his kid?
I was a dog.
I say if it was Mike.
Oh, as your kid, that's different. It's a dog.
You should have grabbed that dog. And fucking,
And then the one right below that, Adam. So there's an amusement park worker. You've probably seen this clip, but this guy is operating one of those deals that you sit in and then it just drops. Like the bottom drops out from underneath you. It's one of those slingshot chairs or whatever.
yeah, I don't care for that.
Dude, he fucks with people. He's like, oh, hold on, this is saying your shoulder belt's not ready. He walks over and just drops them.
What a piece of shit.
This is hilarious.
Always keep forgetting them shoulder straps. Hold on, I gotta put them on real quick. Hold on, guys. My dummy. I'm so dumb, I forgot to put the shoulder straps on. Hold
Like,
on. Hold on, it's showing red on your seatbelt, so I gotta come check it.
that's horrible, man. Especially like when you do it to
I got
kids.
something wrong with the chain. There's a knot in it. Hold on, let me
There's
go
a
check
knot
it.
in the chain.
Like I wonder how many people come close to having heart attacks. This dude's telling them their shoulder straps aren't on and the red light's on. And he hits the button to send it and he walks away.
That guy did that to me.
That's messed up, dude.
I would walk right
You
back
go,
up that
you go
fucking
find that
platform.
guy. Yeah. Maybe there's a reason he's doing
Shoulder
it to
straps, huh?
kids and women, because if he did it to a guy, they'd light him up.
Especially a guy like me who does not enjoy that shit to begin with. I'm the guy, you know, when they snap the pictures of you in the ride. I'm just this guy.
Straight face.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, no.
Yeah. Don't move. Don't breathe.
Yeah, because I'm not going to look like a bitch in front of my family and kids.
No, of course not.
But I'm not
or
gonna
everybody
enjoy
else
it.
that's
Like,
sitting down there watching all the pictures.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
get me off this fucking ride. Like I can do Disneyland style rides, but California Adventure, that's pushing it.
Yeah. It was a little bit worse. Somebody was just talking about that haunted mansion or haunted hotel one that it just pushes you out over the side and then just drops you.
That's been gone for a long time.
Oh, has it?
It is the I want to say it's the fuck.
We were talking about it last shift. One of
It
the guys was
is the it used to be Haunted Mansion, but now it's the Avengers one. What the hell is the name of it?
talking about. Just Avengers? Avenger
No.
Tower?
No, unless they changed it again since we went there.
So it's not it's not even set up like the haunted mansion or the hotel anymore?
It is still the
Just
same
Stark Tower?
thing, but it's now old. This if they got this new, they were working on this Avengers land since it went there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it used to be the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
It's not that
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
It was a
I haven't been to any one of those amusement parks in years.
Guardians of the Galaxy ride. That's what it
Oh.
was last time I went. Yeah, there it is. Guardians of the Galaxy. Mission Breakdown. Yeah, the kids loved it.
Right on.
Dude, there was one we went to Universal Studios. It was the Harry Potter ride, which is legit. It's like a lot of
Yes.
visual effects to it.
We did that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much a roller coaster,
No.
but you felt like it.
Yeah.
Like, it was-
is it solo or two person? It's
Two.
It's relatively
Yeah,
yeah.
because Tammy and Alyssa went, me and Jackson went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. My kids were a little too small to go, so they stayed with grandparents, and then all the siblings and everybody went on.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Let's fucking talk some serious business.
get heavy. I figured I started off light. I figured you had some shit.
I don't really have. I mean, again, there's so
You have shit.
much shit every week.
You have
Like we just have to touch on it quickly and move on, right?
Yeah. All right.
So I got a whole section on people getting
Slap
fucked
shot
up.
regatta. Here we go.
Slap shot regatta. Oh, you want to go the quick shot?
Oh no, I thought that's what you were going
Oh, I mean, we can. Yeah.
right.
So one thing here: daily weed use, daily marijuana use is now past daily alcohol consumption, which is crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would think people would even like cigarette usage, like people would smoke more than they would drink, so that would make sense to me.
Daily marijuana use outpaces it first time ever. That's the thing now.
All right.
Light them if you got them, America.
Is that good, bad? What do you?
I don't. I feel indifferent to it.
Yeah, we're supposed to be raking in all kinds of tax money off that, right?
I had some. You talking about the city of Phoenix?
Well, yeah, just I mean, in general, like that was supposed to be the whole deal with passing that bill. Is
Yes, a lot of it is earmarked for things like education, transportation,
kind of
I
like
think.
general fund, state
Yeah.
general fund
No,
stuff.
not general fund. It's like it's literally earmarked for education.
specifically,
and like
okay.
transportation. Yeah, a couple things. The bulk of it goes there, which is fine. Whatever.
Was any of it for public safety?
Some, not a lot, not as much as you would like.
Okay.
But yes, especially since we have to fucking run on these people who are overdosing and like, I'm freaking out, man.
A gravity bomb to
It's
their
gonna
couch.
be
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so we got to babysit them. So that's happening. Yeah, indifferent to it. The only thing I don't care for is, and I like the smell, so it doesn't bother me as much. But everywhere you go, like
You like the smell?
I do.
Oh, I hate it.
My wife hates it too.
It's
Like,
disgusting. It's weird how like some people like it, some people don't.
do you like the smell of gasoline?
Yeah,
I do too.
yeah.
Damn,
I do like
hates
the smell of gasoline.
That's probably
My
shouldn't-
wife and my kids think I'm so weird.
I probably shouldn't be at the pump huffing gas fumes.
Or it's
Whatever makes
Nice
you
little
happy.
pick me up.
You know, whatever makes you
Yeah.
happy.
all right.
Paint, gas, whatever. Moving on to everyone's making a big deal about this thing, like they were trying to assassinate Donald Trump. The authorization of deadly force at the Mar-a-Lago.
I saw
thing.
that.
If you read the thing, it basically it's pretty standard for any op that
I would think that's just general verbiage that they're going to put in there.
You have
As
to
a
be able
CYA.
to defend yourself.
Sure.
And these are the circumstances in which you're allowed to defend yourself.
Right.
That's all it is. Like, you can't send law enforcement officers into any operation and not give them the ability to
The
defend
green light,
themselves.
yeah.
You can't. That's stupid.
So I read that and I kind of got the feeling too. Like I felt like they were trying to make that more than it was, but I felt like that was just kind of a general.
Yeah, it is. And if you read the comment sections on all this stuff, people are losing their fucking minds.
Yeah.
And that's my toxic habit, is reading comment sections on everything.
Me too now.
Oh, God damn it, I hate it so much. You just really realize how stupid people are.
Yeah.
Like, did any of you like look into this beyond the salacious headline? Did you at all? No, I didn't think so. But you've got great opinions about it.
So we've talked even about our comment section on some videos. Did I tell you? Did we talk about that? Did I tell you about the comment section? Mm-hmm. So Johnny was saying some people were commenting. There's trolls, and so I was like, "Oh, I want to read it and fire back, right?" And so
It's a bad idea.
One of the comments said, "Man, podcast equipment is just too readily available nowadays."
First of all, it's readily available, but this shit ain't cheap. It's not for poor bitches.
Only if you have a job, you don't live in your parents' basement, user 31650.
Yeah, you dickhead.
Suck it. And so I wanted to fire back and say, you know what else is too readily available? Fucking comment section trolls. All right. Anyway.
They're everywhere.
So anyway, I thought that was funny.
What was another one that was a good one?
Two incompetent buffoons having a conversation with each other or something like that. Which I don't disagree with that.
I'm not incompetent.
I don't think that was a troll.
Buffoonery?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm highly incompetent. Yeah. So anyway, comment sections are pretty funny.
That was a deadly force at Mar-a-Lago. A lot to be made over nothing.
Yeah.
But people are up in arms thinking Trump's about to be assassinated by the Democrats.
Well, and I think it's easy to try and say that or go that route just with everything he's had to endure up to this point.
And you could...
It's easy to pick up something and go, oh, look, there's one more thing.
It is, but I think that's just the problem is everyone reads the headline and nobody applies any common sense to it. So moving on from that ridiculousness, electric vehicles. Let's talk electric vehicles.
Yeah, let's do it.
So one of the things is that a study found that the amount of copper needed for electric vehicles is impossible for mining companies to produce. So some of the things...
So it's a finite amount of electric cars we're going to have?
Yeah, electric cars and charging stations. There's only so much we can have because there's only so much we can mine. And all these environmental people that are up in arms, and the reason they want these electric cars is because they want to save the environment. Well, you would have to consequently destroy the environment during all the mining operations.
Yeah, it's actually worse for the environment.
And nobody, they just see the end like, oh, I don't have my carbon footprint. Like, bullshit. So that's part of the electric thing there. Part two to that is... Biden passed his, I can't remember what bill it was a little while back, but it allocated $7.5 billion for electric vehicle charging stations in 2022. You want to take a guess how many they've produced since 2022 with a budget of $7.5 billion?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
I would say thousands.
7 to 8.
728?
7 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8 charging stations.
With 7 point whatever billion they put in 7 charging stations?
Yeah.
Man, those must be expensive charging stations.
They're fucking on it.
I wonder where the rest of that money is.
Ukraine, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's how we keep finding 400 million.
If I had to take a guess, that money is in Ukraine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're always finding another, hey, we got another 500 million. Just take it from the EV charging fund.
It's
We're not
funny.
going to
I
build
wonder
those
if that
things
comes
anyway.
from taxpayer money or if they just create that money and just print off random funds.
If I had to guess.
Yeah.
I do. Hey, it probably went like, hey.
Thanks, Joe.
Hey, we got all this money to build these charging stations. Let's fucking do it. All right, let's rock. Hey, dude, we don't got enough copper. Fuck it. Let's just take some funnel to Ukraine.
Maybe they're investing it.
And then another kind of going along with electric cars, Tesla's autopilot feature. You know how you can hit that thing and it will just drive you to wherever you want to go. So in first quarter of 2024, Tesla's autopilot averaged 1 accident per 7.6 million miles driven, which is 11 times safer than the U.S. average.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. So,
did you see the Waymo thing?
No. What happened with Waymo?
So, according to the National Traffic Safety Highway Traffic Safety Administration, they've identified additional incidents involving Waymo's self-driving vehicles. There's been multiple videos posted. I posted one of Waymo's driving the wrong way on streets and people following them.
So if you don't know what Waymo is
self-driving,
a self-driving car.
taxi.
There is not a driver in there at all. You hop in the back seat, no driver.
Yeah, and so the National Highway, the NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, they said that it began investigating 22 reports of Waymo's robo-taxis displaying potentially unsafe driving behaviors, including 17 collisions. And so here in Arizona, it said, I had the stat for it, I want to say like 2 or 3 incidents recently.
But is that a lot compared to how much they're driving?
I don't know. I would say this is like, I don't see tons of Waymos here. I only see a handful here and there.
I see a lot of them downtown, Tempe, and by the airport.
So 8 crashes in the valley here in Phoenix since December of 2022.
I saw 8 crashes on the way home this morning.
Yeah, which is a year and a half, which doesn't seem like a lot. But anyway, so if you pull up that video, Adam, of that, it's under tech. But you can see there's a couple different videos. It's almost like a montage deal. Don't necessarily need sound, I don't think, but you can see it turn out and it looks like it's going to try and turn, but it actually goes into oncoming traffic and then it just drives in that oncoming traffic lane. Wrong way.
You know the good thing about those things driving the wrong way? That's going 5 miles an hour versus the guy that's doing 100.
But here it is. Here it is going a little
freeway.
faster into oncoming traffic.
Not much. That guy on the fucking scooter
The
catching
guy is
up with him.
cruising though, but he's following it, driving in the wrong lane of traffic the whole way down. And I wonder if it's doing that because it's sensing all the people around it.
Is it in the wrong way? All those people are going
Yeah,
in
look,
the same
now
direction.
it's trying to get back over.
I don't know if that's the wrong way. Is it?
Yeah. Solid yellow line, dude. You can't cross that. And so then this one starts off on that side.
Mm-hmm. This isn't Phoenix.
No. But I think this one crosses over. Oh, I didn't finish
Yeah.
it.
So, but when you see a couple random videos and you hear like, hey, this one went the wrong way, that sounds like, oh, these things are, they're fucked up. They're flawed.
Yeah.
Well, how many, like, you need to see actual data, like where you talk about Tesla's autopilot here. It's 11 times safer than the U.S. average.
Yeah.
When you start actually putting statistics behind it, it gets a little safer.
So the reason I was throwing out the Arizona thing, so here was the stat I found. Excuse me. It says this investigation could potentially lead to the recall of these vehicles if they're deemed unsafe. And earlier this year, Waymo recalled 400 plus self-driving cars here in Arizona following 2 minor collisions attributed to software error.
Okay. Yeah. Keep working on them. But I mean, it's the future.
So, and then along with that, along with your electronic vehicle thing, so in California, because we like to talk about California and bash California, even though it's not Arizona, but so they have a Senate bill 961 that just passed in Senate with a 22 to 13 vote, and it's still waiting further a deal to see if it's going to be actually passed all the way through. But they are talking about having a passive speed limiter installed on all vehicles by 2032. So a governor that won't let you go, a speed governor that won't let you go more than 10 miles per hour over the speed limit.
And it is able, because I like my truck recognizes speed limits everywhere. Like it'll tell me like, hey, the speed limit's changed.
Sure. But this is actually going to be a governor that won't let your vehicle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, will it be able to recognize when the speed limits change?
It must be able to. Because I mean, your
if I'm
phone
going
already,
down-
if you're on maps,
Yeah.
if you're on Google Maps or Apple Maps, it'll show you the speed limit of the zone you're in.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So it
if I'm
must be
doing
able to.
35 downtown, I don't want my governor to be 35 when I'm on the highway.
Right. So the bill's only for like normal personal vehicles. It wouldn't apply to emergency vehicles, police, fire, medical, military, stuff like that.
I have like 2 opinions about that.
I can see the good for it. I can see the pro for it.
There's a lot of good because there's so many people that are just unbelievably bad, unaware, distracted drivers. So unbelievably bad. People just die all the time for no fucking reason because someone had to fire out a fucking Instagram reply while they're driving. Just horrific. So I could see it makes a lot of sense. Number one, like control the speed. Number two, another case for autopilot.
Yeah.
But man, I just don't like taking away freedoms.
I don't either. My first thought was, I wonder in California with all the traffic they have, if the speed was regulated and everybody was going approximately the same speed, is that going to help out their flow of traffic? Especially on autopilot, like merging off and getting off. I wonder if that would actually be more beneficial for them.
If you had everybody was on autopilot and there was some like master controller, like I bet traffic would never back up.
Yeah. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, accidents go way down.
Minority,
traffic flows
another
constantly.
Minority Report thing. They're all on that autopilot. They got the superhighway all controlled.
Not far, but there was some pushback. Obviously, there's people who don't want their rights.
Remember,
taken
an
away.
autopilot, they could control your car, and you're like, "Hey, we're being pulled over," and it just shut your shit down.
They had that in what was the one with Stallone where he's frozen, comes back? Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Where he takes over control and drives his own vehicle, and they're like, "What are you doing,
dude?" Every futuristic movie from the 90s and 2000s is here.
Right now,
like a whole conglomeration of everything, like the word police. However, you can't say curse words in Demolition Man.
And now the
You might
thought
heard
police with them being able to translate brain scans through MRI.
Everything is happening.
Pretty wild.
Fucking crazy.
Excuse me. Yeah. So anyway, that was what I had to contribute to your electric vehicle.
Demolition Man. Classic.
Before you're done with it, yeah, there it is. Is that Simon Phoenix?
Yep.
So we talked about the dogs with the guns mounted their back, or the flamethrower and the guns. Have you seen the motorcycle with the guns in the front?
Jesus, no.
So underneath,
Check
this out.
Oh, this is some mad. Jesus Christ, fuck yeah.
What's more American than a belt-fed Gatling gun on the front of your motorcycle?
Fucking eagle on your back. That's about it.
Hell yeah, brother.
An eagle in a sidecar. That's the only thing that makes it better.
Just riding through the desert. And that's like Mad Max style, dude.
Finally, somebody's made something worth buying.
Yeah, so that says it's on a website called motorcyclecruiser.store. And I went there and looked through all of their stuff, and I couldn't find that model.
The only thing that sucks about that, it's cool, but you can't aim. Like, you have to drive right where you're aiming. Like that, I mean, it's a cool look, but it's not functional.
Yeah. So anyway, thought that was neat.
keep working on it, boys. Solid start.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost at Mad Max.
I fucking love that, man. Hey, did you see the thing about the Pope?
No.
So they were asking him something about gay people in the church and the seminary and stuff like that, and he says, "quote There's too much f***ness in the seminaries."
Seriously? That was his quote?
Too much f***ness.
Wow.
You're gonna have to beep that word out because it won't get played.
Okay.
But it's there.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I remember so not too long ago there was a bunch of news about saying that the Pope had actually sanctioned like gay marriage and like said it was okay, but then they actually went back and got a quote from him and he basically said that like they're okay with the union of two people, but in the eyes of God they don't see that as being a traditional union.
Right. So
they kind of blew it out of proportion.
He said some politically correct things in public, but in private, this is what the man thinks, and I want you to know this is all politicians.
Wow.
So just take that for what you think.
Yeah.
Even the fucking Pope.
Dude.
Too much f***ness. Crazy.
There it is. And he used that exact term in quotes.
Exact. Man.
Okay.
All right.
Even the Pope behind closed doors.
Pope.
Hey, nobody's perfect.
So keeping on with the quick hitters here.
Yeah.
Just another thing that I always talk about is mega corporations. T-Mobile's now buying U.S. Cellular for like $4.4 billion.
Jeez.
So pretty soon, all these big companies, they just keep gobbling up the little ones. You're not going to have any choice. You're going to have T-Mobile, Verizon, or what? That's it.
I feel like that's just going to lead to more antitrust stuff. Like, you mean, you already see that. You already see that with different companies that are monopolizing different industries. Like, there are going to be more lawsuits.
And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think it's the one good thing that the Biden White House is doing. They are using the Justice Department going after a lot of these corporations, filing antitrust lawsuits. Like they are because
they're trying to keep the monopoly of industries.
They are just becoming, and actually tying into that, the Justice Department versus Live Nation. They are suing Live Nation, Ticketmaster, basically for what's the word I'm looking for? Price fixing, essentially. And people are getting fucked left and right over these tickets. Like to go to a concert nowadays, it's ridiculous. And you get hit with all these fees on the back end that aren't explained. So they're going after Live Nation. They're going after airlines. They're going after all kinds of things. Apple, Meta, Amazon. I mean, that is a good thing. Like whether you really think about it or see it now, it's a good thing. You don't want 5 corporations to basically run the entire world.
Right.
Because all the big ones gobble up the little ones, and now you have zero choice of anything. You're going to buy my shit or not. Doesn't really matter.
You think we'll ever see that in the real estate market? I mean, they talk about like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, like those 3 companies. I mean, they're buying up everything real estate. I mean, everything in general, but they own so much of every company. But especially on the real estate side of things, with inflation going the way it's going, they're buying up all these houses and then just basically renting them out, making you can only rent.
Well, they've started digging into a lot of real estate things, like how you can actually get affordable housing. So, I mean, to an extent, I mean, you can't stop them from building houses because they are building houses now, building apartments in neighborhoods, and they're not for sale; they're for rent.
Yeah.
So eventually, at some point, like you're not going to be able to buy a house, but like they are kind of chipping away at the real estate industry. Like they've chopped off realtors' fees and stuff like that. Like, really, you're going to charge me 5% because you put a sign in my front yard?
Right.
Like, come on, give me a fucking break. So things like that, slowly but surely, I think things are coming around, and that is. I'm sure there's another thing or two that's been good, but that is a big thing that I think Biden's White House has done well, is going after
combating that stuff.
Yeah, because it's out of control. Corporations literally run everything.
And do you feel like that's only been within the last year, just in your opinion, like only as much within the last year because we're getting close to election time, or do you think that that's been ongoing?
It's been ongoing since he got in, because I think very shortly after he got in, they started going after Amazon.
Yeah.
And Meta as well. And so it's not just like, hey, I want to reel this back in. Because honestly, I don't know how popular that would be for him amongst, like if you're trying to sway any Republican voters, that's not a popular thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think it's just a right thing move. Like, and some people won't give him credit for anything. I'll give him credit for that. I think it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody could probably school me on it why it's bad, but.
Sure. Well, I'm sure like, you know, the realtors or the people that are being affected money-wise would tell you that they're not in favor of it, but
well, yeah, I'm sure Apple would tell me differently.
Yeah, I think they have some money to spare though.
So yeah, those are just the quick hitters.
Okay.
What do you got?
Just a couple of gee whiz things. Did you see? So Adam, under Triton current events, did you see that there's a billionaire, Larry Connor, out of I think it's like Dayton, Ohio. Mm-hmm. He's gonna make a third attempt or I guess it's a second attempt, third time, but he's going to go in a submersible.
Don't do it.
Him and
Don't fucking do
the
it.
Ocean Gate CEO, Stockton Rush, they're going to go in a 2-man submersible. Their goal is to go to a depth of 4,000 meters. The Titanic sank at 3,800 meters to prove to the world that this is a safe industry, that these 2-man submersibles, that you can do this and it is safe. And the two of them are going to go down.
Why don't you send a mannequin down first?
Dude,
right?
the comments section was amazing. They're like, do you understand that they have the ability to, like, Titanic 3, like the third installment of this is going to be hilarious.
Oh, dude, why are you doing this?
So it comes in the wake. It's been about a year since the implosion from the, what was that? The Ocean Gate vessel that imploded.
So it's not that it can't be done. It's just that it's not safe.
Right. And so I guess this guy, this billionaire, is known for his explorations in the Mariana Trench and the International Space Station.
So he's not a rookie.
No, he's not a rookie. I'm sorry. He's traveling with, Stockton Rush, the Open Gate CEO, was on the vessel that imploded. I misspoke. So he's going down with Triton Submarines co-founder is Patrick Leahy or Leahy. But the two of those dudes are going to go down to prove that they can go deeper than the depth of what the Titanic. So the vessel that they're going in is a $20 million 2-man submersible.
See, here's the thing. You can climb to the top of Mount Everest.
Yeah.
People can do it. It ain't safe. There's a lot of dead bodies up there,
a lot
too.
of dead bodies. Speaking of, did you see the video of the line of people that were waiting to summit because they're in the middle of a storm?
No.
Dude, I don't know, for video's sake, it looked like there was 150 people in this shitty storm holding onto this rope all in line, like waiting to take their turns to get to the top.
Just holding onto a
Just
rope for
nuts.
dear
And
life.
I was looking at that going, I wonder how many of those people are going to die and not make it.
Wonder how many did die. I'm sure we know by now, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
I love that it's so
I don't know that
treacherous
they keep
up there.
track anymore.
If
You know what I mean?
die up there, like they just leave you.
Yeah.
Like, is that?
You seen the videos of the bodies falling? Like, yeah, look at that right there.
Good Lord.
Everybody waiting in line to hit that summit.
That doesn't look like a storm. Like, why are they in a line?
The one I saw, there was, a storm, or they were
and it
waiting
got
for the
backed
storm to
them up.
pass. There was a storm, and they were all in line waiting for it to kind of blow by.
I feel like that's
Or maybe
something
just high
I'd like
winds.
to do, but at the same time, like I don't
good.
want to lose my nose or
I'm
a
good.
foot
Yeah.
to frostbite.
Yeah.
I'm way too pretty to be having it's a moneymaker, man.
Oh, faces for radio.
Did you see this random fucking stat here? I don't know where this came. Elon Musk tweeted something, but then I looked into it. So they tried to see how many people you could get to fit into an area. And
They're trying to figure out how to get everybody in as little amount of space as possible.
Elon Musk's thing is he's always trying to combat the anti-populist movement because everyone's talking about, hey, there's too many people, depopulation. Well, he's like, there's not as many people as you think. And
Right.
this company, this website here did this really deep dive on it. It's called Wait But Why is the website. Adam, you could probably look it up, People versus Space. But apparently, and they do all the math here, you could fit 7.3 billion people into one building.
in Texas.
In one building.
Well, we talked about this. So I talked
Less
about
than
this.
Texas. You can put them all shoulder to
I talked
shoulder
about
in
this
Manhattan.
in the episode of that. I thought the population numbers were getting maybe fixed or rigged, and it's not necessarily what they're telling us. But somebody said that if you took the space per capita with the high rises and the buildings that they have in New York City, you could fit the entire world's population in like a small part of Texas.
They said you could take every person
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder.
If it was 7.3 billion, what this is saying.
And not even New York City, shoulder to shoulder on the island of Manhattan. And then they took it even further. You could put them all into one building. Like
Isn't that wild?
every 7.3 billion people into one building. Granted, there's no room to do anything.
Sure. That's if you were crammed in there like they do like the Tokyo subway.
But when Elon Musk's his point is like there's a lot more space on planet Earth than you think.
Yeah.
And the
Or
fact
than we're being told. But again, there's people that believe that
more space on Earth than we're being told.
No, I'm saying like because of.
I was like, what is this?
No conspiracy stuff, but it's. I mean, maybe conspiracy, but it's people who believe that like it's just another form of government implementing control or businesses implementing control, saying, "Hey, there's scarcity. Hey, there's not enough room. Hey, there's not enough this. There's not enough resources.
Well,
like you got to
exactly.
pay extra for this stuff."
Look no
Like,
further
that's-
than diamonds.
Right.
There's no scarcity,
Yes.
and they charge up the butt because hey, it's rare. It's a rare mineral.
because somebody spun a good.
Yes. And
Sales
that's
pitch.
what they do with everything. Like they're talking about the food shortage, this shortage, that shortage, and it's all. And if you look, they've all got interests in these.
Alternate programs or the answer, the
But
solution.
Part of me too just thinks like, is that smart business? Like if I know there's a shortage of this over here, I'm going to invest over here where everyone's going to have to go.
Right.
And then if I'm over here, if I've invested
You're
over
gonna
here,
tell everybody, yeah.
maybe it could go this way too. So like, okay, there's a little bit of a shortage over here on the left, right, of product A. Naturally, people are going to have to go to product B. So future thinking me is like, I'm going to buy all I can of product B. So we're not losing we don't have a shortage here yet, but there might be. But now that I own so much stock over here, I want my money now. I'm going to start telling people that there's this shortage. I'm going to control the news the way I can, control public opinion the way I can to force people to product B, even though product A has got, 500 million years left of supply left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there might be a little
I think
bit
that's
of
been going on for a long time, though. And I think it's only
Sure.
it's only gotten worse. Like, I mean, I'm sure that's how it started with the snake oil salesman, and back in the day, and everybody saying, "Oh, you need this because this combats that." But like, I think we talk about the whole corporate greed and the antitrust thing, and people having a monopoly over industries. I think that's what happens is that spirals so far out of control that like, and then you go, how do I know the truth? Where do I get my news from? How do I know what's real and what's not?
Dude, if you want to talk about another terrifying thing about resources and who controls what, there's the new episode of Rogan with these two guys. They're on like an AI safety task force kind of. They were like early in the production of creating AI and this and that. They realized, hey, this shit's getting out of control.
Yeah.
But anyway, they started working with the government. But they tell these fantastic stories about, hey, this could be really fucking scary. This AI rise, revolution, whatever you want to call it, can do a lot of good. But if we're not careful, this can be super scary.
The same stuff Sam Altman's been saying.
Sam Altman doesn't seem to say it much anymore.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, he's like pedal to the metal. This is the best thing the world has ever seen. And he's probably not wrong, but at the same time, there's another thing here. One of the godfathers of AI, speaking of AI, he did this speech in Great Britain, and he's advocating the adoption of universal basic income.
Okay.
And he's basically saying that, here, Adam, play it. It's what's it called? It's on my Notion, and it's called Godfather Advises Adopting UBI. Towards the bottom. Keep scrolling. There. Boom. Play it. So listen to this dude talk. There you go.
About AI taking over lots of mundane jobs, and that should be a good thing. It's going to lead to a big increase in productivity, which leads to a big increase in wealth. And if that wealth was equally distributed, that would be great. But it's not going to be. In the systems we live in, that wealth is going to go to the rich and not to the people whose jobs get lost.
So to be clear, you think that the societal impacts from the changes in jobs could be so profound that we may need to rethink the politics of, the benefit system, inequality,
Absolutely, yes.
universal basic income?
Yes, I certainly believe in universal basic income. I don't think that's enough, though, because a lot of people get their self-respect from the job they do. And if you put everybody...
Yeah, so you can stop that, Adam. So you get the gist of the universal basic income thing, but he talks about the self-respect where people get their job. Elon Musk also put some out on X talking about people losing their purpose with this adoption of AI.
Yeah.
Like you and I, firemen, like what happens if AI takes our job? And there are a lot of people that have their entire identity wrapped up in being a fireman, right?
Yeah, there's a lot.
So you lose that job. Not only do you lose your income, you lose who you are. Like you loved it. And like, I can understand why people have a lot of their identity tied up in jobs, especially like being a fireman.
You spend
like,
so much of your time doing
you have
it too.
purpose. Like I do this good. I do that good. I help people. I save people. So I get it. But all of a sudden that's gone.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do? Like I could see where that would lead to a ton of depression.
Well, we see that a lot in retirees. Some of the guys who their
absolutely.
whole identity is the department, it's the job, and then they leave, and it's it's the guys that don't have any plans or any hobbies or anything afterwards that are still at the station or
So
still
imagine
lonely or still
now that's taken away from a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old. Like what the fuck are you going to do? Now you don't have any money. You don't have any future, any hope. Like what the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah.
Him talking about like, yeah, it'd be great if the money was distributed, but it's not going to be. It's going to go to all these big tech companies.
So let me ask this, somebody who doesn't know all the details, or I mean, much of the details. So with a universal basic income, that's basically like everybody's going to have a base wage that they just get paid.
More or less.
Almost like Social Security. Like you're going to get this amount. If you paid into it, this is how much you're going to get.
Not even if you paid into it. It's like every citizen on
Just
earth gets make up a number. Everybody gets $30,000. That's your basic income that will technically afford you housing and food. Beyond that, you got to fend for yourself. But here's your basic income.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, think about it. All those jobs, just like he said, are going to be lost. And that's, so you're, whatever, we'll make up a number. You make $50,000, that company doesn't have to pay you $50,000 anymore. They get to save that $50,000, but you no longer have it, but they do.
Yeah.
So that money's just not getting redistributed. It's just back into these big companies.
Right.
That's terrifying when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder what
What are our kids going to do?
I wonder
for
what the
work?
con side to that is. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's easy to look at that and say, like, yeah, everybody, equality wise, like, everybody should have enough money to live off of. But I wonder if there's any like downsides to that, like, kind of like the whole, God, what's the word I'm looking for? But like, I can't, I'm blanking right now just because I'm an idiot, but where you can provide a service or provide a good, and I can charge more for that good because it's a better service versus everybody just charges one flat fee, or you know what I mean? Like, if we're all getting paid the same, is anybody doing any work? Are they getting, I don't know. I wonder what the flip to that is.
I'm sure there's a little bit, but if I would have thought about this, and I have thought about this for a while since I ever heard about it, probably 5 years ago or so is when I first heard about universal basic income. I said, fuck no, because people need purpose. They need to be able to get out and do things.
But if it's taken from you,
if
you
it's
don't
taken
have the
from you and
opportunity.
you don't have the option, what are you going to do? You can't tell somebody who's 40 years old and
What do you think about having to like stipulations to getting that universal basic income?
I don't know, dude. I don't know when there's just not going to be the jobs. There just aren't. And then you have some of these people like, oh, the AI is going to create so many more jobs. It'll create a few
Jobs that it can do.
but it's going to take away so many more jobs than it creates. So many more.
Yeah.
Like, I just read a thing about the Washington Post. It's telling everybody in management there, we have to integrate AI in every level of our business. So you're already thinking about how to take away jobs from people. They're creating all these robots that do all these human level tasks. Illustrators, I can punch in something in DALL-E right now and get a better illustration than anybody's going to make me. Like, those jobs are going right now before our very eyes, and it's slow right now. So people aren't too worried, but it's going to exponentially, and that's what these two guys say. These things are going to, on Rogan, it's going to exponentially increase faster than we can deal with it.
It's interesting because I think about like what we do and would there ever be a point where AI takes that? And right now, so even in AI under mine, Adam, they have
You mean taking away our job?
Yeah.
Maybe to a degree.
To a degree. So they have first responder drones that they're using now. And so when I first read this, I just being a first responder, I automatically assumed it was fire related, but majority of this is, I think it equates more to PD, but check this video out. So this is almost like an advertisement for the first responder drones, and it shows this incident. Guy walks into convenience store, looks a little shady.
And RoboCop walks in.
No.
911, what is your emergency?
I think I'm being robbed. 3 guys at my store and they have a gun.
What is the address?
Jack's Mini Mart, 6316 North 83rd Street.
Responder 1 en route, arrival in 45 seconds.
Cyberdyne to the rescue.
Yeah. So they dispatch the drone at the same time as the cop. Cop says he's 9 minutes out.
Caller states 2 white males standing outside, possibly armed, 1 white male inside the store.
So they show the equivalent of the drone going and him going.
Very PC of him to make all the burglars white.
Yeah.
We have an armed robbery in progress. Pull up the drone feed. Yes, sir.
3 suspects are on foot. Alleyway adjacent to the Food Mart.
Wait, is that just a lighter? Unit
Fire.
standby. It appears to
Yeah, roll fire.
No, I mean fire.
Oh, I thought you said fire, like roll fire.
He's got a gun!
Yeah.
Tower 9 copy.
Got on the live feed. We'll make
So you
contact
can
and advise.
kill that. So
He probably stole that lighter from the store.
They exactly. So they hype this up and make it seem super intense, and then it ends up being nothing, right? So this company, Brink, BRINC, they have their first drone as first responder. They just call it a DFR. So they say it's the most capable and easy to implement drone solution ever. And so they basically have data. These statistics come from the Chula Vista Police Department's deployments, which I don't know if they demoed it or if they did what they did. But so on why organizations would consider these drones as first responders, 1 in 4 calls on all their deployments were cleared solely with the use of drones, allowing better utilization for public safety resources is what they're citing. Response times less than 70 seconds.
What that means is we don't have to hire as many cops.
Right. Which, I mean, I'm not saying I'm for this. I'm just saying like this is goes right in sync with what we were just talking about. So they were saying the response time of the drone is less than 70 seconds to most of these calls, allowing for faster video capture of potential crimes in progress, identify routes for safe approach, and get an understanding of the nature of emergency, regardless of what their PTI was or what the complaint call come in. And they say there's 137% quicker response times and increased officer safety.
So we need that drone for our man down.
Yeah. So basically, it says it can be used for crimes in progress, traffic accidents, public disturbances, in quotes, the unknown. And then also they're advertising it to be used for fires. And they say as far as fires go, it can provide extensive aerial views to assess severity and extent of an incident. So, which I don't think it's too far off for using that technology for that. I linked not only that video, but also that Brink website in there as well, if anybody want to check that out. But I mean, we've recently implemented a drone program. I wonder how many other departments across the country have drone programs. Obviously, that makes sense for what you can use it for an aerial view, get there quick, see what's going on, ingress, egress, safety extent. Like, I get all of that, but I wonder like what the next evolution of that is.
That.
Well, I'm just saying, like, is it more than that? Like, now do they have drones that have, aerosol canisters that fly in and just blow the canister up and all the powder put the fire out? Or
yeah, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder like what the evolution of that's going to be interesting to follow and see. And then are you looking at a diminished need for firefighters, or are they going to say, hey, like with what is that? No. That's what you're talking about. It's in it's a thing.
Chongqing.
I thought he was pulling up something comedic.
The firefighting drone.
Yeah. So, and that's what I was wondering is if they have something like that already where they can fly it into a fire, into a building, and that whatever.
Great. Now just nerds are going to be firefighters.
Yeah.
Sitting there with their remote control.
I mean, some people would say that's already the way it is, but.
Fucking nerds.
Nerds. That's cool for an exterior fire on a concrete building.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, and they have hoses. They're aiming water. Wow.
I guess that's fine if scaffolding's on fire.
Or a trash chute.
Yeah. I mean.
TSMC.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'll make it through my career without getting fired.
Yeah. No kidding, man.
Without getting fired, I shouldn't say that. I won't lose my job to a drone.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll make it through that. But yeah, like
what's the next? Fired because of this show.
That's totally possible.
Yeah.
But what's the next generation look like?
I don't know.
There was already a shakeup at OpenAI, which is one of the big names in artificial intelligence. A lot of the team, I can't remember what their actual team is called, but yeah, the crew, I'll call it, because I can't remember what it's called, that's responsible for overseeing the safety and essentially pumping the brakes on AI if they see something's getting out of control.
Yeah, you were talking about that last show.
They left over a dispute that they're having because OpenAI, their CEO and the board is like, hey, pedal to the metal, advance at all costs. And they're like, hey, we don't understand what this is doing and the impacts it could have. Let's pump the brakes. And they're like, shut the fuck up.
Do what you're told.
And they said, okay, we're leaving. Like, if you can't like stick by the charter that you created this company for, like, we're leaving. We came here to do this job and you're telling us we can't do it. They repeatedly ask, so I'm going to get terminology way wrong here. There's like some back end stuff that you can look in AI to determine why it's giving answers to questions, what it's thinking, what it's doing. They repeatedly asked to see this on certain issues and they were denied access multiple times. They're like, we can't do our job if you're not even gonna let us see the back end here. Like, why is the AI doing this? Like, shut up, just do your job. Don't worry about it.
You think they saw something that
yes.
They were like, we can't let anybody know this.
Well, so many people have already seen things like that. Like, what is happening?
It's doing stuff on its own and they don't want people to know.
It does. It just does.
That's scary, dude.
I mean, we've said it before, but the people that are creating this thing don't know why it does certain things.
Yeah.
They just don't know. And if you're not going to take the time to pump the brakes
or even understand it or tell somebody. Yeah.
And it's because there is a race. Like, you own a company, I own a company, Adam owns a company. And like, I'm thinking like, hey, this is crazy. I need to pump the brakes. But you two are like, fuck that. I'm like,
yeah,
well,
you can't do it. Yeah, you got to keep up.
So I think there's a lot of that going on. But they've been working a lot. Those guys on the Rogan, again, they're working with the government to try to, and they actually seem pretty hopeful. Like, they're actually coming up with things to like put boundaries on this thing. So much so that like the major AI companies have come together, and I think I even might have linked it here, but they're kind of agreeing on a kill switch type situation. Pull it up, Adam Dick.
Oh yeah, you talked about that. Like everybody should have access to a kill switch.
Well, I talked about it. I didn't know it was a real.
robots.
I didn't know it was a real thing. But
okay.
now this is real. So like, hey, just in case there's a Terminator type situation, we need to have a kill switch. But I said
specifically a Terminator style risk.
Yeah. This is OpenAI talking, Microsoft talking, anybody that knows anything like, hey, we need to prevent a Terminator style situation. Why are they saying that?
Which means they've already seen something that's made them think that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I'm glad they are thinking about the kill switch. I still think more people should have access to it.
What if AI is going to already prevent a workaround for the kill switch because they're talking about it?
That's what they do. That's what Cyberdyne's all about. Skynet, that shit. Like, we got to stop it now. You have to invent the kill switch.
God, it's going to be our future.
I feel like it should be in my house.
The kill switch? Yeah. Only here?
Like, every house should have a kill switch for their homemade robot.
For their own, yeah. But you want the big kill switch for all of them?
I can't think of anybody better suited to
I agree,
handle
man.
life's
I agree.
biggest problems than me.
I think it should be you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. I mean, what are we at? We're about an hour now going through. Just a couple. I had a couple other subjects we talk about. Just do it real quick. There's a quantum computer that's solving.
I had that last show.
The quantum computer that it's basically solving these complex math problems in a millionth of a second in a task that would take today's supercomputers 20 billion years.
Yeah.
It's doing it in a millionth of a second.
That's insane.
So yeah.
20 billion years?
20 billion years.
20 billion years for the supercomputers that we have now. They're best of the best. Quantum computing that can do that in what is it?
A billionth of a second.
A billionth of a second.
A second. Just even say if it was 1 second compared to that 20 billion years. I kind of started doing a deep dive on like what are quantum computers? How do they work? And fucking crazy.
You come out smarter?
No.
Some of us are now dumber.
It's like, you know how when you learn something new, something else has to leave?
Yeah.
I lost like 5 or 6 things.
And you didn't retain anything?
No.
Perfect.
Well, that, and I've been working on my time travel theory a lot. So
I can't wait. Let's do that next episode.
Like, it's a whole episode. Like we would talk
Let's
about
do that next episode.
Time traveling, and it's fucking crazy.
I want to hear it.
Man. Yeah.
We got to get it out soon though, because you can't keep building on it, then it'll be way too long.
I don't know. I feel like time travel is gonna. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
Okay,
it's going to happen.
But theoretically, if it's gonna happen, it should have already happened because they could have traveled back to now, right?
I've worked around that. That makes
sense. All right.
Hey, why? Tell me why. Why would it have happened? Why do you have to know it happened?
Why do you have to know?
Yeah. Why do you have to know that the time traveler's here?
Because much like any conspiracy that I throw out, or the possibility of a program of that magnitude and all the people that would have to be involved, somebody's going to leak something or change something or do something that somebody's going to know. You're telling me that we're going to have a program,
Steve, I'm
with
telling you,
thousands or tens or hundreds of thousands of employees, and no one's going to leak anything?
I'm telling you right now, time travel is possible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Okay. But if it was real,
how do we know it's not? So many people do.
Sure.
So many people say there's been.
If it's going to be real, it's already real because somebody's traveled back in time.
There have been multiple instances of people claiming that they've traveled from the future. There's like people hanging out with Eisenhower in the White House at like kind of a hush hush thing that was supposedly this dude from the future.
Yeah.
So there's.
Could be a schizophrenic, could be real.
Why is he hanging out in the White House with Eisenhower and like his boy?
Why do crazy people hang out with anybody?
Again, you could discount it for whatever you want.
I'm not discounting. I'm just saying like the argument's there.
There's no, if you're trying to say somebody would have come back and said it's real, and you're saying that's that's how we know it's not real, people have come back and said it's real.
Sure.
So it's there.
I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying
it's real.
The argument that you put towards other conspiracies, I feel like would be the same here.
It's real.
Like it would be a known thing. It would just be known.
And I'm knocking it off the shelf telling you people have already blabbed.
Yeah.
They're telling you about it. You just choosing that he's crazy.
But why wouldn't that be different than any other conspiracy of people telling you, hey, this is real, and you going, I don't buy that?
It's not, but we do have a lot of refutable evidence for a lot of other conspiracies.
Okay.
I mean,
so we just don't have any evidence that time travel is not real.
Correct.
Okay.
Other than we can't do it.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only evidence. I can't time travel. That's my evidence. I also can't dunk.
But you also can't go to space.
I also can't dunk a basketball.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
There's a lot of things I can't do that are being done.
Okay.
Much like the math and the physics we've talked about. I can't do that shit. It's being done. Doesn't mean it's not real.
Okay. I'm going to have to tailor my arguments a little bit now that I know your
tailor whatever
mindset.
you argument you want. I got you.
Okay.
Time travel will happen.
Okay. Has happened.
No, not yet.
Has to have. If a guy was with Eisenhower and he's from the future and he's time travel, that's already happened.
We don't know when he came from.
It doesn't matter where he came from. Time travel's already been a thing if he's back here. So there is a future.
Time
so
travel
you're saying there is a
thing.
future that's already there that time travel exists that he's come back in.
Right.
So if that future exists, then time travel is already a thing.
If you want to look at it as a linear, as a, like a loop thing right now, so you could break that down in a couple ways, right?
So it's like quantum leap. Like he traveled back in time, but he can't get back.
Since you and I don't have time travel,
Okay.
time travel doesn't exist.
Okay.
As far as we know it. So we have to look at time travel as a linear thing, right?
Okay.
We have not, I'm going to make up a year. We have not got to 2100 yet.
Okay.
Time travel was invented in 2100.
Okay.
So we haven't got there. It's on a linear thing. If you want to look at time on a loop, 2100s happened. He traveled back in time. Then technically it's been invented, but not yet.
Right. I get
Right.
that.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
So when you say like it's invented, but it's already been invented, it hasn't. It hasn't happened yet. But
In
eventually it will.
in our time. But it has,
Correct.
but it's a thing because somebody's already traveled back in time.
We could go into the multiverse with all this shit too.
I love it.
Like we could
Let's do it.
other world theories. Like I'm there.
Next show.
I've got a dossier.
Next show. I can't wait.
It has to be a separate show. It can't
Okay.
be the next show.
Okay. Well, maybe just a random one off.
Let's do it.
We got to drink for that.
I'll drink.
Okay.
Maybe we gotta get high. Super high.
And then I got high and
Hey,
I'll drink. I'll drink.
I thought this was fantastic, so I have to let everybody see this.
All right.
Adam, go to head off. This is some.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Brain transplants?
Head
transplants.
Full head.
Yeah. I did see this.
I saw. Is this a joke? Is this a Nick Cage, John Travolta face off?
This is a real
Yes.
conceptual, like, this is what we're going to do.
They're trying to do this within the next decade.
Head transplants.
Yeah.
Full blown.
Yeah, like my body got blasted off, but my brain's still alive. Like put it on somebody else's body. And obviously, this is just a rendering of what
Yeah,
they're
but
gonna
this
do.
is what they're shooting for on a technology.
I get like why not? Why not? Right? If you can reattach somebody's thumb or anything like that, why not? It's
Dude,
there.
that is crazy. If you can implant Neuralink into somebody's brain and be able to allow them to do some stuff, why can't we get to a point where we can unattach certain
heads off
nerves and blood vessels? And
so like Face Off the movie, like
not far fetched.
Not at all. What is it?
Life imitating art.
Yeah. Terrible acting. Terrible writing.
God bless Nick Cage.
Terrible movie.
He's a national treasure.
He did that movie too, which actually I thought was one of his better movies.
Yeah. Yeah. So kind of in with that, I had linked a video with just some surgical robots. That there actually have that could probably be tied into that, but this is surgical robots they have right now that are AI that they can control. That they can. This is a quail egg. They can peel.
Wow, look at the precision.
They can peel the shell off a quail egg with the membrane intact without breaking the membrane. And so what they can do is peel that shell with that membrane intact, cut the membrane, stitch the membrane back together without damaging the egg inside.
Is this on a program or is somebody controlling these?
That I don't know. I think it's AI controlled.
Anyway,
so I don't know if they're inputting the text prompt or whatever the procedure needs to be done, and then the AI just reads it all. But this is a robot peeling the shell off an egg with the membrane intact.
You know, like everyone
You can't do that with hard-boiled eggs, dude.
Right. I can't.
Let alone
these fucking
raw,
fingers.
let alone a raw egg.
Well, just like every futuristic movie you see, they have a med bay. Like, hey, put them in there in the med bay. Do surgery.
And then
Hey,
push in some buttons and it does it all itself.
Think, even if that was remotely controlled by a human.
Yeah.
Like, look at think about surgery. Like, hey, you have the best vascular surgeon in the world who needs to transplant a head in 20 years. Like, hey, he's in Taiwan. I'm here, but I need the head off.
We were just talking about that. Like, what do you do when there's a hiccup in your internet and like you get the rainbow wheel and it's buffering?
Everyone's got to be plugged into Starlink. Starlink's the backup.
Mid-surgery. Might be a bad deal.
Crazy, dude. So I just want to follow up on a couple things from last show.
Yeah.
The Harrison Butker deal.
Yeah.
Well,
what's new?
He doubled down on it. Basically said, hey, if you ever more proof that there's attack on traditional values, look no further than this.
Good for
I'll
him.
link that video of him speaking right here. You can play a
The
little
timeless Catholic values are hated by many. It is now. Over the past few days, my beliefs, or what people think I believe, have been the focus of countless discussions around the globe. At the outset, many people expressed a shocking level of hate. But as the days went on, even those who disagreed with my viewpoints shared their support for my freedom of religion.
As it
In my
should be.
7 years in the NFL, I've become familiar with the positive and negative comments, but the majority of them revolve around my performance on the field. But as to be expected, the more I've talked about what I value most, which is my Catholic faith, the more polarizing I have become. It's a decision I've consciously made and one I do not regret at all. If we have truth and charity, we should trust in the Lord's providence and let the Holy Ghost do the rest of the work.
You get the gist of it.
Good for him.
You know what, though? I look at him, and when you get celebrities or athletes that try to make a political thing, you hear a lot of people just shut up and play basketball. Nobody wants to hear your opinions.
Right.
You got to hear those opinions, too. Like, I hate the...
No, I agree. You're gonna hear both sides.
Yeah,
but I
just
think
let
good for him
people
for
Yeah.
again, he didn't come out and say anything demonstrative. He didn't come out and say anything hateful. He didn't come out as a bigot. He just said these are my beliefs, these are my values. He was giving a commencement at a Catholic college. Like,
you don't have to agree with him.
They asked him to be there.
You don't have to support him. You don't have to buy
He
his
didn't go out
jersey.
on the field ahead of the game and start preaching to everybody. Like, it was a commencement ceremony.
Yeah. I have no problem with what he did. Honestly, I don't have a problem. I fucking get a lot of hate for this, but I don't have a problem with what Kaepernick did. Like, do your thing. I don't have to like it, but I support. Go for it, man. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
In conjunction with that Harrison Butker thing, the city of Kansas City fired that employee who
the social media guy.
Yeah, that essentially tried to dox him and say, "Hey, he lives in this city. Get him." So they fired him. Good.
They should have put his address on there.
Like, yeah, you're basically calling for some violence against this man. It's like, you should be fired.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, man. I got more shit, but fucking.
Real quick, did you see so just while we're talking about sports, there's a South Carolina wide receiver freshman. His name's Nick Harbor. So I guess they say he weighs in at like 6'4", 240. They say he's a freshman. He's going to the 2024 NCAA D1 Outdoor Track and Field Championships.
Is this in Phoenix?
No, this is Tyson.
In Phoenix?
No, I don't know. But he posted a 10.12 100-meter, and Tyreek Hill ran a 10.19. So they're saying, like, speed-wise, like, he's going to be insane. I don't know how shifty he is being as big as 6'4", but to be that big and post a faster 100-meter time than Tyreek Hill.
Well, what did DK Metcalf do? Because he was actually talking about trying to do the Olympics.
Yeah, but they were just showing this cat, and he's got some wheels, dude.
DK Metcalf, man. If that dude had some hands, what a freak.
Yeah.
Like, that dude's physical specimen. Too bad he can't catch.
Yeah, the Tyson deal. I just linked a picture of Tyson training. This is, I think, his most recent training deal.
I can't wait. Love Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Oh yeah, look at the ferocity. Tammy's telling me she wants to train to fight. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, do it.
I think this is his Instagram, and I think he said can't wait to do this to Jake.
Dude,
I hope it measures up, man. I hope that event measures up.
I don't know if they're just selective clips that you see of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson training, but I know how Mike Tyson fights. A lot of head movement, side movement, like moving. Like when Jake is sitting there doing the same exact thing, he's doing mitt drills with his coach. There's no head movement on it at all. I'm like, dude, that's kind of dangerous against Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you don't want to be a sitting target.
Like, you can punch hard and all that. You could be young, but you're going to leave your head right there on just one plane.
Yeah. Mike will move it for him.
Yeah, I want to show you this.
Clean off.
I wanted to see if you saw this. This is totally out of place what we're talking about.
Right.
But Adam, can you go to car versus bike?
I want to see. I saw that post I saw the title.
It's fucking Jason Bourne shit here.
Oh my God, he landed on his feet?
Yeah. Head-to-head collision with a car. Bam! Shit.
Dude, that's like the one dude that jumped in the end zone and got hit and flipped and landed on his feet. I don't remember who it was.
Except this man got hit by a car and he was on his bike.
Dude, that's legit.
Since we're doing this, Adam, go to the porta potty one too, because this makes me laugh.
Yeah, show them all. We got time. Is there somebody in there? Oh, that's so messed up, dude.
Listen.
Oh, that's like some jackass. There's a female in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
That better have been his sister, not his wife.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
I like that.
And the last one, go to tire. I think I showed you this one yesterday at the station. The dude that was inflating a tire.
I don't think so. No. I've seen that. Dude, it launched him over the car.
Yeah. So
holy shit.
He's standing on top of a big truck tire and he's filling it up. And
I've seen a different one. I haven't seen that one.
And it launches him over his truck.
Oh my God. That's got to be a broken back.
I had the boat one on here. You saw the boat one in the jet ski, right?
No, I saw a different one.
Adam, play the boat one.
There's a it looks like a razor body and it's got 2 jet skis for wheels.
No, this is actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy shit! How did he get up that high?
I don't. He's coming off the wave. If you look, he's coming off that wave.
Dude, he almost hit that guy standing on the bow of the boat.
He would have killed him.
Holy shit.
It does, but look at everything else around it.
I don't know. Look at the guy in the back. The guy that he's just like
the guy in the
he's
back
dancing
like,
still.
No, he's
the guy looks animated. The boat driver. Watch. I think it is. Yeah, those people are animated.
Are they?
Yeah. That's like Sims. Look at the girl.
Oh, you're right.
Oh my god.
Those motherfuckers
Is that
got
Grand
me.
Theft Auto? Yeah. Holy
You're right.
shit.
You're
they
right.
almost Chicago fired you.
Yep.
Woo, we saved you on that one, Johnny.
Woo, you're right. I thought that one dude was doing this. Like, oh.
Dude, I tell you what, that first glimpse, I thought that was real.
But look at that. That girl got me. Yep. Dude.
Oh, shit. That was close. Fucking AI.
Motherfucking
Fucking video game.
That's a good rendering.
That's a
good.
really good rendering.
That's so good.
Woo.
You motherfuckers.
Ooh, almost got you.
What's that, Denzel? Oh,
Yeah.
you motherfuckers.
Okay, so I got one last one. And this is just in relation to, do you remember the time we were doing this is your captain Sprigger.
Yeah.
Did you see the one of the 2, it's a video of 2 guys in a cockpit. They're pilots, but
Great name for a gay bar, by the way.
the cockpit.
Yeah.
Not the peach pit, cockpit.
No.
Adam, do the plane going down. This would be you and I had we been pilots.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We hope you're having a comfortable journey with us. We foresee a quiet and easy flight with no real problems. Nothing out of the ordinary.
What the
Oh, co-pilot, what is that what I see there? Is that the top of a mountain? Why are we flying this low? This isn't good. Oh my God, God help us all, this is awful. We're going down.
Best part.
Just kidding, folks. This is your captain again. No real danger ahead, or turbulence for that matter. Just a quiet and easy flight, like I said. Sit back, relax, maybe take a nap. God knows we will.
I saw that. I was like, oh shit, that was like what me and Johnny were talking about. All right, man. That's all I got.
All right.
We covered a lot of shit.
Do you got anything for the old fireside?
Of course. I got 2 things.
Fucking send it.
What do you got?
Fireside. Fuck yeah.
Get some. What do you got?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right.
I rely on you for this. I didn't find anything.
So one of them
either.
I saw, I don't know how old it was. So this was in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. And you can see, I want to talk about the comment section after this, but it's a pretty good fire going on here. I think it's just a house. I can't tell if it was, I think it's just like I don't know if it's a duplex or if it's just a larger house, but there's a partial collapse that almost hits the front. So I'll let you watch the video. And then we'll talk about what the comments section say in just a second. Pretty funny. But yeah, man, it's already burned through. You can see straight through the roof.
It doesn't really look like a house. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was a commercial, if it was a store, if it was a house or what. But watch this.
It'd be a weird place for a store.
Maybe it's a school. Boom.
Oh, damn.
And it was hard to see where that came from because it didn't look like there was overhangs, but the whole top half of that roof comes
like,
off on the front.
Yeah.
It's not
a mansard or anything
comments pretty hilarious. Cameraman had one job. He pans away when the roof falls.
Right.
Anybody else curious about the master stream spraying up into the stratosphere, which when he pans left, you can see like down the street, they have the master stream just shooting it up in the air.
I can maybe reach it.
They have two ladder pipes up nearby. Nobody's full in water. They got 2 hand lines in through the window. Another comment said, man, I really hope that this was a volunteer department as much as it is. One guy says, you can tell that they're amateurs because nobody's got a hose line on the extension. And I was like, I don't know at that point. Not really worried about extending to the neighboring buildings, but okay. I can see the concern for that, but the fact that they dodged that collapse, I thought you having some collapse experience, you could.
I've been collapsed on.
Yeah, you've had a roof collapse on you. You had some injuries from that, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. And it's weird. It's weird where it did collapse and how far out it collapsed.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it from the building.
Wish
Like
that
why it would
jackass
fall out that
cameraman
far.
would have fucking held on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, you had one job.
But crazy. There's two ladders on scene. One stick is up. Nobody's flowing any water.
Oh, they were trying. They turned it on there. Like it went up in the air for a minute, but
And then they turned it off.
Yeah. Like they probably realized, hey, we're not.
They're probably like, why is nobody else putting fucking water on
Yeah.
this? Yeah, trying to reach it from where they're at. But
Yeah,
it's almost like the
I couldn't tell.
like the top half of that. See how the gabled end of that?
Yeah.
It looks like that one. That's what comes
That
out.
ladder right there was that ladder 91. They should have had their stick up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what were
Well,
they
there's a
doing?
ladder with its stick up right here to the right. See
Oh,
it?
yeah. What are they?
And
fucking
they're just
doing?
sitting there. They're not flowing any
water.
water. I don't know. Maybe they don't have anybody hooking up to them. I'm not sure. Again, Monday morning quarterback. Not sure how far into this it was, where it was set up, but they've got a lot of units there.
Ideally, you'd like to see that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are residences to the left and the right. You want to keep it from spreading for sure.
But very rare to see actually have video footage, especially from a bystander, that's decent clarity that you actually see a roof collapse falling outward, not falling into the building. So
I feel like that one ladder to the left there, like there must have been some kind of mechanical problem because the ladder behind it was setting up to spread water.
Yeah, but I think from what I read in the comment deal, like, nobody was injured.
Well, that's good.
But yeah.
Yeah, you never want a building on fire falling on you.
So, and then just the second one was just basically house fire. They got one hand line. I think it's like 1 3/4 inch. Guy ends up putting almost the entire thing out by himself in like 60 seconds.
Like a fucking boss.
So he's hitting the exposure there. And all you can see is the one. You see another guy advancing the hose line, but I mean, that thing is rolling. Ends up turning over here, starts hitting this. A lot of people in the comment section saying, "Damn, dude, good job." And he doesn't even really get to go interior. You can start seeing a little bit of water coming from that second side, but he converts almost that whole thing with just that one hose line.
It's funny, I mean, because you look at that and you're like, oh, he put on an entire fucking fully involved house in a car by himself. But
you don't see the other side.
Well, not even that. Like, I've got on fires before and it looks like there's so much fire.
Yeah.
And I'm in there and I'm getting it all, fucking penciling this, fucking moving around, opening up there. And it looks like I knock out everything by myself and like toss it away. Like, really? Like, the conditions were just right for you to do that.
Right.
But you look like a fucking badass.
Well, and one of the things too is like you could see the second guy extending the hose line from the left.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's hitting that backside. I don't know what's around the backside of the house that you can't see. I don't know if there's other people hitting it from in
that could be a lot of
position.
just exterior stuff too, and he's just hitting every little fucking spot going.
But there's a lot of smoke. I mean, it looks like a lot of it's converting pretty quick just from that exterior.
That's
portion.
what I'm saying. Like, that makes me think that it's almost all exterior.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, a lot of kudos in there. Just kind of cool watching the fire video. Somebody putting it out with a hose line.
Not a fucking,
good shit.
Not a drone.
Not a drone. Real people.
Real people doing real things.
Real
That's
American
what we're
heroes.
about here on the fireside.
You gotta get that.
And speaking of what?
Real American hero. Remember that? We gotta get that as a,
what was that for a beer commercial, right?
yeah. Here's to you, Mr.
Such and such.
Firefighter man, or
Hell
whatever
yeah,
they
we
say.
need-
Yeah.
We do need to get that.
Yeah.
Our own version of that.
Real American heroes.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
We'll get Hulk Hogan doing his little entry music.
If you have a story about a real American hero, we'd love to hear from you at thefiresideshow.com. Please go to our contact page at thefiresideshow.com. You can send us an email there, or you can...
Why did your voice change?
What are you talking about?
Is that your announcer voice?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What's your announcer voice sound like?
I don't think I have one.
I'll continue with what I was
sorry.
saying. Go
Sorry.
to the contact page at thefiresideshow.com. Scroll down. You can even leave us a voice message. Wait a minute. Did we get a voice message this...
Did we get one?
I don't know. Hold on. Maybe. I should have checked the fucking email before we went live. But I feel like we were going to get one.
Somebody called and left us a voice message finally?
It might have been
fucking
telling me
hear
to
it.
fuck off.
I hope so. That would be the best
That'd be
message.
even better. All right, let's see. Here.
It's a start, whatever it is.
Stupid mail. Hold on. It's coming.
Spam.
No.
Are we going to be able to hear it if you play it?
We got nothing.
We don't have one?
We got nothing. I thought we had one. So please, for the love of God, send us a voice. A voice message would be great. Even if you want to tell me to fuck off, that would be awesome too.
And again, any causes near and dear to your heart, you guys have anything going on, any members that we can help, we can reach out. Anything that we can do for one of our 60 followers, we'll advertise.
Brethren.
We'll send it out there.
All right, well, till next time, man. That's a wrap.
Yeah. Show 22 in the books.
In the books.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next time. You held the smile a long time.
I was trying. I don't know how long we're going to run the video. It's like your kids when you tell them, hey, smile for the picture. And they go,